Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing this makeup look. I just thought I would do kind of like a revamped, I don't know, it's kind of like a weird greeny gold sort of colour I've got on my eyelids. I thought I would use some new different products. I'm not actually going to be speaking through this video just because, as you can probably hear, my voice is a little bit croaky. I'm going to be doing a voiceover instead, so hopefully my voice will clear up by the time I do the voiceover. But yeah, I'm just going to be using out some different products that I normally use and just playing around with some makeup. So if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so to start off with, I'm filling in my brows with the Maybelline New York Master Brow Pro Palette. This one's in the shade Deep Brown, and I just use the middle shade. So I'm just lightly filling through my brows. Then I also take my Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 4 just to give it a little bit more texture and look like I've got more hairs in my brows. Then to carve out my brows, I'm going to be taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard and my Manicare Artiste concealer brush, and I'm just going to be carving them out just to make them more defined, and also if I've made any mistakes, if I've gone too far down with my brow powder or anything like that, I can clean that up. I'm also going to be taking this on top of my brow as well, just as I feel in photos at the moment it looks nicer when you have a more defined brow. I don't know why, it's just coming out better in photos, so I've been doing that recently. I'm going to be putting this all over my lid and I'm going to be buffing it out. I'll then be setting it lightly with a powder. Highlight my brow bone, I'm taking Nylon by MAC. Now for eyeshadow, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is the original one. I'm just taking Sandalwood as my first color. I'm blending that through my crease, mainly focusing it on the outer half of my eyelid. I'm going to take is Henna from that same palette. I use this palette for eyeshadow in this video. I don't use anything else. Then just to further darken up the color, I'm going to take Cocoa and I'm going to be putting this in the outer third of my eye. And then I'm going to take a small brush and I'm just going to focus that in the crease in the inner corner of my eye, just so we cut the crease, you can see it over the top, so you've still got a little bit of crease color there. The crease, I'm taking the Inglot Gel Liner in the shade 94. I use this every single time, and that same Manicare Artiste concealer brush. When I'm doing a cut crease, when I get to the end of the cut crease, I like to put a little bit less product on, as I feel like it blends in with the rest of the eyeshadow better when you're trying to blend it in afterwards. For pigments, I'm taking the Inglot AMC Pure Pigment eyeshadows. One's in 37 and the other one is 122. And I'm mixing these two colors together. It kind of gives like a greeny, goldy sort of shade. It just looked really pretty and I wanted to do something a bit different. I'm just going back in with Cocoa and I'm just blending that into the rest of the eyeshadow. For liner, I'm taking the Inglot gel liner in the shade 77, and I'm just lining my lash line. I will then go on to blend the end of the eyeliner into the rest of the eyeshadow with the shade Black Truffle from the Huda Beauty palette. So that's just a black eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using that to smoke it out as well. Now I'm just cleaning up under my eyes, and I'm going to put on some lashes. The lashes that I used were the Holy Grail Sassy lashes. I don't know where the footage has gone of me showing these lashes. It's just disappeared, so that's always helpful, isn't it? Amazing. I'm just taking the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer just all over my face, just because I felt like I wanted my face to be really radiant and glowy. Then I will take the Benefit Matte Rescue Primer, and I just put this on my T-zone just as I didn't want to be too oily throughout the day. Okay, for foundation, I take the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Chai. I have literally wanted to try this foundation for the longest amount of time. I haven't used a foundation brush for foundation in such a long time, but honestly, that new Holy Grail foundation brush gave the most perfect finish, and I'm honestly obsessed with this foundation. It is very full coverage, but if you like full coverage, it is amazing. I'll also leave my discount code for the Holy Grail website in the description box as well, and also a link for their new brushes because they're insane, bloody amazing, good quality, fabulous. And then just taking that same concealer we used on the eyelids, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and just using this underneath my eyes, on my nose, forehead and chin, and just blending that out with a beauty blender. I'm then going to set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but just my eyes, just under the eyes, sorry. To contour, I'm taking the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Cool Almond, and I'm just using a stippling brush, and I'm just getting some product off of the stick, and then I'm putting it onto my face and just blending it out. I don't know why I love this step, just because I think, because it's a foundation, it gives you that little bit extra coverage, but it just looks so flawless. I don't know, I'm obsessed with it at the moment. I love it, so good. I'm just going to set my face with a translucent powder, the Laura Mercier one, just as I don't want to change that color of the contour that I've just done. Bronze, as always, I'm taking the MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm just putting this around my face just to warm up my face a little bit more. For blush, I'm taking the MAC Warm Soul. This is just such a pretty color. I'm also using the new Holy Grail Cosmetics brush as well, amazing. For highlighter, I'm taking the Mecca Max Glow Powder. This one's in the shade Bronze Heat, and I just mix the two shades together, and oh, so pretty. I think this was only $25 as well, so I mean, that's not too bad for a highlighter. I'm obsessed. Okay, to finish off the eyes, I'm just taking those same colours that I used on top, on the bottom, and just really smoking it out and making it quite dark underneath just to match on top. For my inner corner highlight, I used MAC pigment in Vanilla. This is just a really pretty shade and makes those inner corners pop like there's no tomorrow. Taking the Benefit Bad Gal Lash Mascara and coating those top and bottom lashes. I wanted a really nude lip for this look just because the eyes were quite dark and dramatic, so I used the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural and the Australis Velour Lips in the shade Paris. This lipstick is quite drying, but I do love the colour of it. That's the only reason I wear it. I also set my face with the Kat Von D setting spray as well. One of my favourites as it's such a fine mist. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!